Welcome along, weekend roundup. Oh my days. We're in for a great show today, guys. Well, what about the North London derby?
I'm not getting rattled.
And we're 3 points off top 4, so it's not looking too bad.
Yeah. Foden 88, Saka 87. I think that's wrong.
Nice that you put your top on. You want to take it off and get the branding out? Happy birthday!
Make a wish to win the league.
I did.
But how much chance will Arsenal have of winning the Champions League?
0, mate.
If we got through PSV, do you think there's any chance?
No.
Hang on, let me finish.
Predictions:
2-1 Tottenham.
3-1 Liverpool.
2-0 Wolves. Chelsea to beat Man United at Old Trafford.
Still there.
You're in trouble if we win this game.
You better not lose on Saturday.
We beat the world champions this weekend. That makes you world champion.
We're the world champions, but you're not in a title.
This is why you'll never win the league.
6 billion down the drain.
Robbie celebrating a 1-0 win. Abby Pilates instead of trophies. You never walk alone.
Catch us every Monday for the weekend roundup.
I'm Nico, but you can call me El Jefe. Kings of Spain.
You know then why that?
Champions of La Liga
What are you
last year.
talking about, Nico? It's Olympiacos.
The second-
Olympiacos. Nico,
I've never seen
if
Raúl
you
so
are
scared in my life.
everything about La Liga and Champions League. This is my year. Lamine Yamal, Kylian Mbappé. Vamos.
Yes, good evening, guys. Welcome back to DR Sports, the Saturday football show. Brought to you by myself, AGT. We've got our studio regular at this stage. Big up Kwame.
Oh, you're
with the
introducing
arms.
me first.
He's
Wow.
here.
Wow.
Yes,
Yes, Kwame with arms, yes.
Go with that. That's what Laurie calls you anyway.
He does, innit?
How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm good, man.
Good to see you.
Feeling
again,
good.
bro.
Feeling
Good
good,
to see you
mate.
again.
Yeah, thank you.
James Toon is joining us. You
Yeah,
will
he'll
see an
be
empty seat to Kwame's right-hand side, but to my left, it's Abby Summers, as always. Big up. How are we?
Fine, Del, you?
You gonna?
Yeah.
And go.
Welbeck!
Oh, what a goal, Danny Welbeck, by the way, against his old club.
Back on!
Perfect time to introduce our next guest, making his debut. Let's have a big Saturday football show welcome. Look him, the Man City. Yes, lad.
None of us could believe that we found an actual, real-life Manchester City
From
fan.
Burnage as well, which
Crazy.
is
Don't see
proper
him.
Manchester, isn't it?
Can I just quickly defend myself? Right?
We're not attacking
All of you have said this, but I swear I never knew any fan who wasn't a City fan or United fan growing up. So it must be a London thing.
It
It must be a London thing.
I don't really meet him.
But I am a rare breed. I do
There are
get
City fans that are under the
It's
age
like
of
a hybrid.
20.
Yeah, with southern accents.
Yeah.
We've been looking for someone like him.
We
for
have,
years.
innit? Yeah.
If I'm honest, and you're
Let's see
here.
how this goes. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, don't bring him up too.
Yeah, that's right.
Great to have you on the show,
Yeah,
bro.
pleasure
Really
to be
appreciate
here,
you
honestly.
coming. Big up. Right, what have we got for you? We're going to be talking about the Black Cats.
Wee.
It's Halloween. They've scared the absolute mice out of Chelsea today with a 2-1 shock win at Stamford Bridge, whilst Brighton are looking what we've got. Nice.
Yes, come on, Brighton!
Nice final 15 minutes here at Old Trafford. Currently, United 3, Brighton 1. Danny Welbeck. Was that a free kick he just scored?
Yeah,
It's fucking top
it's an absolute belter as well.
bins,
To be
yeah,
fair.
It's
top bins.
unbelievable. Big up to you
Amazing.
guys if you're watching us live on Samsung TV. If you're watching us on YouTube, get your comments in. How did your team do today? Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2, Saturday League. Did your team win today? Let us know in the chat and we'll get into the super chats and the chats very shortly indeed. But let's start off then with the Chelsea game. Right, it was a great start for the Blues. Garnacho scoring a tidy finish, assisted by Pedro Neto after only 4 minutes, which you thought, didn't you, that will go on to be a fairly routine win for Chelsea, but absolutely not, Machit.
Oh,
Yeah, hold that. Did you see him crashing now?
Yeah, I did. I saw the
listen,
clip. He was flying around on X.
Headlong.
Fantastic.
It was Isidore who's carrying on his great season. Chance here for Brighton again.
Come on,
This is
Brighton.
going to be a nervy last 15 here, plus added time for
They
Manchester
always do
United.
this, United,
They
innit?
always
It's
do.
3-0 and they can't
Always
even make
do.
it comfortable.
They can't. How did we lose to
It's a
these?
pleasure to watch.
Isidore, after 22 minutes, gets the equaliser.
Yep.
But Taubey, in the
Great
93rd minute,
finish.
people, what a finish. And what
Great
a
finish.
hold-up by Brobby in
Brobby,
the box.
yeah, Brobby.
You saw this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there was no one in the same screen in a red and white shirt
Yeah.
when Brobby gets hold of that ball in the Chelsea box.
It's
And
great.
Defending though.
Yeah.
Taubey in.
Terrible.
Poor defending.
15 seconds, he's got the
Santos
ball in the box.
yeah,
He's got to be touching
Second
it.
in the league, mate.
Unbelievable.
It's
for
bad.
Sunderland.
Oh, yeah,
the
it's
Black
good.
Cats.
No, it's good. I watched the game. Sunderland played very well. Credit to Siddiqui's a player.
Siddiqui's good.
He's a good player. Siddiqui Lafi is like the French guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little short guy, French guy, really, really good on the ball. And then obviously Granit Xhaka, 33-year-old, boss in the midfield against Caicedo and Enzo. You know, all the talks about Declan Rice versus Caicedo. Caicedo couldn't even take care of Xhaka. It's ridiculous. But no, it's fantastic for Sunderland. Great result for them. They just showed character, and even the fans at the bridge were louder. You know, so no, it was a good one to watch. It was
and
actually
here he
a
is
good one.
coming into the studio, Saturday Football
Coming
Show
late,
legend,
coming
really.
up.
He was here when it all started years ago. It's James too. Good to see you, bro. I haven't seen you for ages, man.
Sorry,
you good?
Very bad roadworks, no excuse.
it's
But
all
how are
good.
you?
I'm alright, mate. This is Kim,
Phenomenal to see
Man
you.
City fan.
Nice to
Very
meet
nice
you,
to
boy.
see
You've had a good weekend.
Yeah.
Done and dusted
Brilliant
early
Friday
doors.
night.
A decent weekend. Almost went very hairy right at the end there, but even better weekend to be sat here with you lot and chopping up football.
Oh, come on,
He's
mate.
good,
We love
he's
to
good,
see it.
he's
We love
good.
to see it, you big flares. Oh, I tell you what, Brighton are knocking on that Manchester
Well,
United
actually,
door.
that's ruining my weekend a little bit also.
The fact that
turned
United
off
are
now.
winners.
There's 30 minutes to go.
Not a big fan.
Plenty of time.
Anything can happen.
He won't be watching any of this, will he, Amarim? But we were just talking about Chelsea losing at home to Sunderland, James. Taubi with the finish, excellent hold-up play from Brobby, leaves them second in the table, mate.
It did leave them second, and I have to say I thought they were very good defensively. I didn't think they would. I thought they would do pretty well this season with the signings they made. I thought they had a really prolific summer. A lot of our targets they actually nabbed last second. They were very quick with the way they moved. I didn't think they would be this high up the table this soon in, but I have to say I think Chelsea really were the architects of their own demise today. Especially you look at that last goal, that was just aura defending at its finest there. There was no one anywhere near him. One long through ball. I mean, the defending at the back was suspect enough, and you have no Chelsea players making any effort to track back. He was in absolute acres of space there. And for the whole game, I thought Chelsea were really hesitant to commit men forward because they were so scared of what was coming back in the counter-attack. And yes, look, Sunderland are very well set up. They're a very good defensive side. But with the tools that Chelsea had at their disposal, I was very disappointed.
It seemed like they ran out of ideas, Chelsea. I mean, Maresca, he brought on Esteval, and everyone kind of at the bridge was happy because they thought, okay, we're going to get a goal now. I just think that they kind of took Sunderland lightly. They, they didn't believe that Sunderland would get a result there.
A little bit of arrogance.
Yeah, 100%. I think they thought they could blitz it. You know, Reece James maybe get a goal or Neto, but it wasn't to be. And you talk about the defending. I think it was Tosin and Chalobah were running back with. Was it Broly? What's his name?
Yeah, Broby.
Broby, yeah, man. He was
Especially
moving like
for- he
Broly
was
from
at
Dragon
Carnival,
Ball Z.
man.
He was strong.
Well, he was just but he didn't even have to do much to hold him off.
No.
Tosin just literally had his arm there.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
literally
yeah.
chilling. It was like Van Dijk at the beginning of the season against Palace, just trying to use his aura to hold off his man.
And the thing is, like,
to get you back.
Achimpong, I think he had a really good game. And then obviously Maresca brought on Tosin, and I kind of looked in Tosin's eyes, and he was like, he didn't seem like he wanted to be at the game. You know, he didn't seem like he wanted it. So yeah, no, very disappointing from Chelsea. You know, especially off the back of their last results, you would have thought that they would be able to beat Sunderland. But credit to Sunderland. It's like amazing what they're doing. I really like their team. That's the first game where I've sat and I've really enjoyed, you know, like Sunderland, a newly promoted side come up. They kind of remind me of Nottingham Forest last season, you know, in terms of that counter-attacking football. So yeah, it was good.
Considering it's their first season as well, and with a relatively inexperienced manager to the league, I thought they played some exciting stuff. I actually watched a lot of them in the Championship because unfortunately we were languishing there. But what I saw is when they had to play some really tough games against tough opposition, they showed a lot of inexperience, but they brought in a lot of high caliber players. But I thought the manager, he left a lot of holes last year in key moments, and I thought they would slip up a few times, which they haven't. I think it is coming, because I did see it with him as things got into the latter stages of the season and you needed to rejig the wheel a little bit. There was some issues, so I don't think Sunderland are going to be, you know, like Forest of last season and sticking in there for the whole time, but they definitely have recruited very well. But how long will that tell? Because when you bring that many new bodies in, you talk about Forest, eventually things are going to start to mess up a little bit.
You have to bear in mind that they weren't even the best team in the Championship by any stretch of the
no,
imagination
the best team
whatsoever.
was right here in the Championship. You're talking to the best team in the Championship.
But I do wonder, like 9 games gone, 17 points, so they've got my maths is terrible. 29 games left to get what, like 23 points? Have they
It's
already done enough?
It's doable. I think it's doable.
Which is insane, isn't it? That you can go through what, like 6-7 weeks of the season, and you can already be safe if you have a start like that. And that just proves
that
how
enough,
weird.
though?
I think so.
I feel like that probably is. I mean,
35
it's
probably
so
keeps you
rare.
up.
Yeah, I think
it's
so.
so rare that we sit and talk about teams that have been promoted having a really strong start to the season. They might have a few results here and there scattered, but they've had a really, really good start to the season, and that is just going to lay your foundations. They're not. I don't think by anyone would think that Sunderland are going to be second. Not even by the end of the weekend, but like we're not. I don't think Sunderland fans would have thought they were going to have even a top 10 finish, but it's putting them in such good stead. And the fact is, they're quite brave. I know, obviously, they lost to United a few weeks ago as well, but I still didn't think it was. I didn't think they were unbrave. I didn't think they were there just to kind of sit back and try and get a point. I feel like they do try and insert themselves into games. And going to Chelsea is a hard place to go at the best of times. I know that. So, you know, I feel like to go to Stamford Bridge on the run that Chelsea have been on, and, you know, Chelsea have kind of just been ticking away nicely over the last few weeks, and it'll be a wake-up call for them. But it's really good for Sunderland.
That's now 3 defeats in 5 for Chelsea. It leaves them 8th after the full-time whistle blows. We obviously congratulate Sunderland, and they deserve to win. But for Chelsea, this kind of stop-start, you know, in and out. They really don't know their best 11 at the minute. They've got so many options from the bench. I mean, Matisse was crashing out.
I don't blame him, mate.
I mean, Chelsea fans, get in touch with us in the chat here. How do you feel about, you know, such a big win in the week as well against Ajax, and then I mean, to lose at home to a newly promoted team is criminal, really.
I don't know if it's just like a bad day in the office for them. You know, they've got quality. I spoke highly about them from the last few weeks, about João Pedro. Obviously, Caicedo was doing bits, but I just feel like they kind of switched off today. Another team that maybe didn't, or it's the team that they didn't believe that Sunderland would do anything to them. But I'm really starting to question Maresca in certain aspects, because, like you said, there's not a consistency, and then as soon as you take a key player like Cole Palmer out, obviously due to injury, Chelsea kind of look toothless. You know, they don't seem like they've got anything else, no other answers to them. To unlock low blocking teams, like obviously the Sunderland.
Jack in the chat here is a big Chelsea fan. He says Enzo Fernandez, worst transfer of all time.
Oh, now he's worse. Yeah,
I'm a Chelsea fan. He says
about how great he was.
This is crazy. Up in mind.
It's emotional.
Jack is crashing out in the chat. He just said Maresca took off our best centre back and lost us the game because of it.
We've all been there. We've all had that hot head after a last minute loss, isn't it?
He's still going.
He's still going.
Can someone explain to me why Enzo Fernandez, what he does in possession? Argentine Danny Drinkwater. He's also said in possession he is SHIT as well, which and he's still going. The manager keeps making dumb subs. The manager threw it away, wrong lineups and wrong subs.
The thing with Chelsea is it's no surprise that they're blowing hot and cold, and they will probably continue to blow hot and cold all season, because they're never settled. That's a team that's never settled. Every summer they just go out and they buy young players who are going to take a while to settle. By the time they've settled, they'll bring in a few more, they'll get rid of a few more. It feels like Maresca doesn't know his best 11. He hasn't known his best 11 from last year. When he joined, they had like 46 first team players or something.
And there's still players that are cast out in, you know, Raheem Sterling, one of them.
And like out of those 46, like he did really well last year to like solidify like a decent squad. But then going into this season, they've had their injuries. But again, they've just brought in loads of youth, some of who are amazing, like Estevar's fantastic. But it's going to take those players ages to settle. And I just think like it's not... I just don't think it's going to work long term.
I think you mentioned it as well. You mentioned it quite well in the sense of there's lack of experience in that defence. Obviously, you look at their goalkeeper, Sanchez. Some of the times where he should just be coming and claiming for the ball, he's flapping at it. He's inviting pressure onto him, and that's, to me, that's where I saw a few like turning points where that would obviously get Sunderland up and say, you know what, look, we can get something out of this game. Stick it on the keeper. But yeah, Cucurella didn't have the best of games. I thought James was a bit quiet. He was kind of playing within himself. But it was just, as soon as Maresca took off is Achipong, if I pronounce it right, the whole game changed for them in the sense that they didn't look as sturdy at the back.
I just don't think they're sturdy in general. Like this is something that's gone back to last season. Even with the keeper debate and discussion on that, they know that Sanchez isn't it, and he's not really going to be probably what they want long term. But at the moment, they had so many players, so many centre backs, so many goalkeepers that they couldn't physically probably bring in what they needed. There's this whole conversation about needing an A-sided centre-back, and they've got a lot of B-sides. I think they think that Levi Colwill is that A-side. I think time might tell with that. But they still didn't address those problems because they've still got too many players on the books. If you can't get rid of them, and one thing they are good for is usually flipping players. Like, they're like houses at Chelsea, essentially. They buy them, flip them, and then sell them. So it's the one area that they just can't seem to probably get right still is at the back and in that kind of goalkeeper role. But you're right, they've got so many young players, which is their new model, and I think all of us just have to, this is not the Chelsea that we all grew up with. This is the Chelsea of, this is clearly Chelsea. It's totally different. Their whole model is completely different. They don't buy players that are ready to go now. This is we bring them in, sell them for a profit. They're young, nurture them to a point. But it must be so frustrating because there's so many amazing players that have come out of Cobham that go to other teams. That you might. That sometimes
Hudson
I think
Odoi
you would have just been maybe you've been better off actually just keeping some of the talent that you actually had.
Chat here from Nick in the chat. He says Chelsea FC equals Chelsea Financial Club. We are not in this for sport. And again, you have to ask: are the owners, are the higher ups really looking at a title charge, or do they just want to flip and make money?
That brings a whole debate about American ownership, and I think actually we're one or two clubs away from having 14 American-owned Premier League clubs, which is the majority you actually need when it comes to round-table discussions, which
you need 14
could spell
votes,
very dangerous future for the Premier League.
Chance here for Danny Welbeck. 87.5 minutes gone. He cuts inside onto his left foot, goes round Ugart, but can't get the shot away.
2 minutes.
They've got to go. Oh wow!
He's shot from there.
Mate, that was like Vincent Kompany, yes. Really no shoot.
Cadiople there with the strike. Decent save from Lemens, but you'd expect him to save that, wouldn't you?
Onana would have let that in.
Yeah, you'd expect him to save that. But 87 minutes in this one gone. Big up to Lukey in the chat who says AGT has not mentioned Liverpool in 3 minutes. This is a new record. I'm actually, it's very hot in here, I'll be honest. The studio, the lights, it is very hot. Big up to User, who says these Chelsea fans really tried to convince everyone that Caicedo is better than Rice, yet he got bullied today by the guy that we replaced with Rice.
Thank you.
Says User. Tanishk says Chelsea is just a glorified West Ham. Without set pieces, and João Pedro is the world's first false CDM. One shot in 7 matches.
I love this.
Let that sink in. 60 mil. Danny Welbeck gives it away.
Danny Welbeck.
Whilst all of the Seagulls are right up the top
mate.
of the pitch. Just before we get into the rest of the games, we might as well give you the team news then. 8 o'clock kickoff tonight. Brentford versus Liverpool. In goal, it's Mamardashvili. We know that Alisson is still probably 2 weeks away from being back. Bruno does very well here. Are they about to score again? No.
Good.
Is that James Milner? Is that James Milner putting in the work? Love him. What
Leeds
a boy.
legend, man.
Yeah, Liverpool and Leeds
And
legend.
City
Big him
legend.
up. And City and Villa.
He's just a Premier League legend.
Leeds
isn't
lad
he?
through and through.
Yeah, he's Premier League.
He loves it,
legend,
mate. Right back tonight for Liverpool's Conor Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, and Kirkes retains his place after a lot of criticism recently, where people, including myself, said that Andy Robertson should be back in the team. A kind of double pivot of Curtis Jones and Soboslai with Flo Wirtz just ahead, and then it's Ekitike, Gakpo, and Salah.
Did you?
TK needs back in the side, mate. I think.
Oh, mate, yeah. Well, Isaac's injured. Isaac and Gravenberch are out the squad.
But I think that a bit of a blessing in disguise, man. I think you actually flow a lot better as a cohesive unit with Ekitike in the side. Best striker in the league, in my opinion. Genuinely, I think genuinely the best striker in the league. He's all round with Haaland, very close. I say that it's very difficult. It's hard to forget Haaland. If I'm taking Haaland out of the conversation because he's kind of in a league of his own, the rest of the pack, I do think Ekitike's all-round play. He's got an amazing strike on him, amazing link-up play. I think last season even he had the best combined XG and XA in the whole of the Europe's top 5 leagues. I think Salah gets a lot more out of his game with Ekitike in rather than with Isak in, and he's got that arrogance. He's just come to the league. He's hit the ground running. That whole shirt thing, everyone didn't like it. I like a bit of arrogance like that. You know what you're saying? You're bringing Isak in for over 100 million. I'm the big dog. I'm the king, and you need a bit of that, especially at his young age, 23 years.
I think there's a time and a place to take your shirt off. Maybe not in a game against Southampton. But I
but
see
come
your
on.
point. He's been impressive since he's come into the league, to be fair.
I mean,
Is he the most impressive new striker in the league?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
When I went to Anfield last week, I asked all Liverpool fans, who would you rather have now? If you could pick one for the rest of the season, I'd say 90% said Ekitike. Yeah. And I think it's amazing how Ekitike can slot into that side, slot into a new... Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Didn't even notice
Slot,
that.
yeah.
I'll say it again. Slot into that side so easily in a new league with completely new players, and Alexander Isak struggling. Like, I mean, it's different. It's different.
He didn't have a pre-season. This is me just playing devil's advocate. He didn't have a full pre-season, Alexander Isak. I just said it's kind of like a football karma kind of thing, in the sense that he's getting what he deserves.
But you can't have, that's the thing, you can't have that excuse when you are but when people make it, you made yourself not have a pre-season for your own poor attitude and mentality, so you shouldn't have an
But here's a
excuse.
key factor as to why he's not performing. We can tell he's not fit. The boy is not fit. But there's no denying that he's quality,
But
because
he must have been training.
Yes!
Got 6 minutes.
Come on, man! James Milner assist at Old Trafford. Hold that flex.
Six
We got
minutes.
5 minutes.
How can you
Back in the game, Here we go.
Here we go.
love
The
that.
substitute
Mind
Costulas.
energy.
He sticks it away. That's a great header across the
Great movement.
You know what? I
Defending,
genuinely
mate.
forgot Xerxes plays for United.
Great movement to get
This
around
table's getting
Xerxes.
flipped if
Well,
Brighton
by-
scores.
Yeah, man.
You got Liverpool,
We'll be
United,
up.
City, and Leeds.
Oh yeah. Don't. Keeper's got to save that. Come on,
Pretty
lad.
non-biased.
Right, big 5 minutes at Old Trafford still to come.
But yeah, no, I was going to say, apart from Ekitike, I'd say Curtis Jones. I listened to him after the game.
He was impressive in that
He's
interview,
amazing.
I loved him
Yeah, I
in that
didn't
interview.
realise. To be honest, I've never really listened to him, but he's got that aura of I'm the man.
Yeah.
He's saying, I want to be the guy that you lot play through.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And to hear a player like that, so young, who's obviously through and through his Liverpool, is amazing. And he keeps them ticking. You know, his movement. I love him as a midfielder.
Yes, I think he's
He
massively
gets about-
underrated.
he is.
Yeah, I
He
think
is.
he is as well.
Do you know what? I watched Arne Slot's press conference yesterday, and he said, I'm not surprised, because the question to him was, Curtis Jones had 122 passes against Eintracht Frankfurt the other night, and he said, I'm not surprised because I brought him back with Soboslai. Obviously, we don't have Ryan, there was no Endo. So every time, you know, Van Dijk or Konate are looking for a pass, Curtis is there showing for it, and you play
need
through
that.
him.
Yeah, you need that.
I think it's one of the signals of what Slot's been amazing at so far. Like, obviously, he took over Klopp's team, is what everyone says. He didn't really buy anyone, and they won. And people say like he won the league with Klopp's team, which you can understand. And all of those players who were there, a lot of them, like your Mo Salahs, Van Dijks, were at the absolute peak of their game. Like no one will have a season what Salah had last year. But you look at Curtis Jones, Slot has improved him like tenfold. I just thought he was one of those players who was going to play at Liverpool because he was a young Liverpool lad, and then eventually he'd end up at your sort of Wolves, your Sheffield United.
Jesus.
And he's been unbelievable. That's genuinely what I thought before last season.
Wolves are here, Sheffield United. Now that's an
Is that
insult.
too disrespectful?
I was thinking Inter Milan.
Wolves are here, but Sheffield United. That's too much.
That's where I thought it'd end up at the beginning of last season, but he's been
was good under Klopp,
unbelievable.
though. He was very good under Klopp.
Yeah, but
actually
not
getting more
this
game
level.
time.
Not this
Yeah,
level,
he
I
didn't
don't
have
think.
obviously he didn't have that same kind of stage, but I think he's noticing an opportunity now where he can kind of step up and say, look, I'm the man, I can be the one to kind of drive them forward, especially with the midfield. I'd probably say Liverpool's weakest point is that midfield at the moment.
The boy oozes confidence. I mean, I've filmed with him, I've worked with him a couple of times, and
Yeah.
like he's always the loudest in the room. He's got that kind of scouse humour on him, and I absolutely love it. Is he swearing at the referee, Bruno, with his arms up? That's a red card.
It's a yellow
Get him
card.
off!
Do you remember when Van Dijk said F off to the ref and got sent off? Same energy, please, brother. Anyway, there is another team that is playing tonight, and that is Brentford. It isn't just Liverpool, but it's full of ex-Liverpool players, including my Irish brother, Caoimhín Kelleher. Please do not rise today, brother. Coyote, Nathan Collins, another Irish lad there, Van den Berg, former Liverpool, Aya at left back, Yarmolenko, Jordan Henderson. The last time, did you know this? The last time Jordan Henderson played against Liverpool?
No.
Ajax?
Sunderland 0, Liverpool 2, 2011.
Wow,
Just before we
14
signed
years
him.
ago.
So a long time ago. But Man United, can they get another one here? It's
no,
Bruno.
anyone's
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good
Screwed
save.
it.
Off the post, I think.
That was a good save.
Is it a save?
That was a good save, yeah.
Come
Save with the
on,
leg.
2 minutes for the Seagulls to get something here at Old
That's
Trafford.
it.
I forgot to mention as well, it's your keeper. The fact that you lot are struggling as well is because you haven't got Alisson
Yeah.
and you got Mamardashvili, isn't it?
How have you what have you thought of him so
Do
far?
you know what? When the ball's at his feet, he's very calm. I like it's a bit different because Alisson's right-footed, this guy's left-footed, so it just allows you a different angle for the pass when he's looking to go short from a kickoff, from a goal kick. Look, he isn't Alisson. Neither is Kelleher. No one's Alisson apart from Alisson.
Kelleher done well.
Oh, he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But still, Alisson is Alisson.
Yeah, of course. But you're talking about the best keeper in the league.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like Kelleher did a very good job.
Oh,
he was
know how much I loved him.
I know.
He's got Johnny left.
He's gonna score.
Terrible
Clinical.
defending that.
Mbeumo, he is clinical though.
I kind of just wish I wouldn't. Why have we even got our hopes up?
I think so.
No,
it's not a hat.
He's got 2. He's
3 and 2. In terms of game.
He's their Salah, isn't
Man
he?
United 4, Brighton 2. And they've definitely won this one now. Also, Kevin Schade, Damsgaard, Utara, the big money signing for the Bees in the summer, and Igor Thiago, who definitely will be running in behind, doing the channels, doing the dirty work today. Fabio Carvalho on the bench again, former Liverpool, Jensen, and some other lads there as well. But on the bench for Liverpool, Chiesa, Endo, Gomez, McAllister, Morrison, who I've never heard of, Rio Ngumoa, Trey Neone, Andy Robbo, and Freddie Woodman. So no Alexander Isak or Ryan Gravenberch there for Liverpool. That one kicks off at 8 and we'll be finishing just before that for you guys to get home and watch it.
Need you to do a job, to be fair. Need you to do a job.
No, I need it myself, mate. Don't worry about you.
I think
why do you need me to do a job?
Because Brentford are near us in the league, mate. I'm not trying to get relegated. I need you to
I'll
do
just
us
win
a favour,
anyway,
mate.
hopefully, and then it's good for both
I think
of us.
Brentford are going to cause an upset tonight. 8 o'clock.
That one,
No, but I'm using
2 8 o'clock kickoffs in a row we've got, by the way.
It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. All of these games going on now. Obviously, the fact that Arsenal are playing tomorrow, it's a must-win for Liverpool. Obviously, every game is a must-win, but I think based on the last couple of weeks that you lot have had, with Man United obviously beating you lot as well, you need to you responded in Europe. This is where you need to respond. And Brentford away, they're difficult. They are difficult to beat.
It is. We've won the last 2 there.
Are you feeling confident going into that? Obviously, the Frankfurt result did give you a little bit.
It gives
of a
you a
boost.
shot in the arm. I think Brentford are, and I've been for the last 3 seasons to this game, they make it really difficult for you to do your thing and play out and be expansive. Keith Andrews, I think, has probably
good.
not got enough praise.
Yeah, very good.
Everyone seemed to write him off before he even got that job. So they're going to make it super difficult. They're going to look at what United did to us, what Palace did to us, what Chelsea did to us, and say, get wide, get crosses in. You saw Henderson put that big ball over the top against United for Thiago. They'll be looking to do that. And the long balls, which Arne Slot has obviously spoken about in his presser yesterday. No, he came with facts, didn't he? He said we faced 176, and when a journalist asked Arne Slot, why did you lose tonight? Obviously, we lost 4 in a row. He breaks it down tactically what they did to beat us, which is a compliment really to the other manager. But let's not, have that question pop up again. Let's deal with the long balls. Find a way. Find a way.
You should be talking about what is he doing, not what the other team are doing in terms of how many crosses are being they're taken on board.
Yeah, we've actually faced the most long balls in the league.
Boo-hoo.
But it's just a fact.
With it.
But
because you have
we won the first 5 games.
Because you have the best attacking quality in the league.
But this is the thing, like the fact that he's talking about it.
He was asked about it, bro. It's the difference.
Yeah, I would, but
he didn't just say, right, I've got some stats.
This is where he has to kind of just be smart about it, be a bit, because he knows, because now the media like to play on things, and obviously they kind of caught him there and they took it and ran. It's the same thing they've done with Arteta.
Did you see Carragher on MNF? He said Dutch people, and I agree, or Dutch managers, Dutch players, they're very, very, very honest.
Yeah.
And sometimes people take it the wrong way, and Ten Hag was Van Gaal as well.
Yeah.
We've seen others in the past as well. They're just very honest people, and he's saying what it is. But of course, we need to win the game.
It is a given, though. You are literally the reigning champions with the most attacking quality overall in the league. So you're not going to try and sit back. You're not going to play Stoke and start pumping long balls against them, are you?
Of course not. So that's Liverpool score predictions tonight.
3-0 Liverpool.
3-0.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't. Everyone rates Brentford. I'm not a huge rater of Brentford this year. No. I think there's a lot of gaps.
I think they're going down.
I think they will fall. Yeah,
you think they're going down?
Yeah, go down. Yeah.
Wow. First Sheffield United, now this.
No, them Wolves. Them Wolves and Burnley and West Ham are my.
You don't think there's 3 worse teams than Brentford?
I think there probably are 3 worse teams, but I just don't think West Ham are going to go down. Forest definitely won't go down now. I think it'll be Burnley, Brentford, maybe Leeds.
Oh, yeah.
Not Wolves.
Oh, Wolves, yeah, sorry, not Wolves.
You don't like
Oh,
that,
mate,
these ones.
twist that one in there.
We'll speak about Leeds' win over West Ham on Friday night very shortly. But United, the full-time whistle has gone 4-2. If Liverpool lose tonight, we're behind United in the table.
I'm not convinced.
Someone just texted me that.
We've got serious questions.
Big questions. But if we win, we go from 6th to 2nd. So just get
Mate,
it done.
it's a tight league, man. It's so
3-0.
close together.
What did you say?
Oh, what for
Score prediction
tonight? 2-1 Brentford. Yeah, Damsgaard. Damsgaard's going to
I'll go 3-1 Liverpool.
Not fancying a clean sheet.
Nah, see? That's what I'm saying.
Have you watched us?
I can't remember what I said on Thursday, but I
think you said 2-1 Liverpool.
Then I'll just go with that. Because I think,
I was going to go 3-1 Liverpool,
3-1?
so I'll stick with that, yeah.
I'd love that.
I'm interested to see what Salah looks like tonight as well.
I love how all this chat has been like, oh yeah, because Arsenal play tomorrow, There's another team who play tomorrow who are also ahead of Liverpool.
Manchester
Just
City.
reminding you.
No,
I'm just reminding you all, because we are sliding under the radar.
Dark horses this year. No one's been talking about you. Bit of a patchy start to the season, but you're slowly creeping in there.
It's the best way to. You're not convinced.
3 wins in a row.
No, it's obviously you lot. You've won a lot of things, but do I believe Man City are there? The old Man City where they look very convincing. Not quite yet, but yeah, no one's really talking about you because the other teams are doing so well. Sunderland, your Crystal Palace, Bournemouth. But sooner or later, the cream rises to the top. So yeah, and I believe Man City they will be there amongst 100%.
Yeah, we'll preview that a little bit more later on in the show.
Just was going to ask Harms, as an Arsenal fan, are you like, has your kind of eye line changed from thinking that Liverpool are going to be your main competitor to maybe City?
Sorry, am I seeing that Wolves Burnley is on Sky Sports F1 channel tomorrow?
Yeah, you are.
That's where it belongs.
No, sorry, go back.
It's all right.
Game.
Do I feel like it's changed? No, it's kind of. It will just the fact that Liverpool obviously falling behind in terms of their performances. It's only given the impetus for Man City to kind of step up, or it's given them an opportunity to kind of realise, okay, yeah, maybe we can get it this season. I still look at them both the same. You know, I don't take them for granted. I know how good they can be. I know once they get their foot in the door, it's very, very hard to catch them in the sense of if they get a lead. We're sitting very good at the top at the moment. Yes, we're a few points ahead, but that can all change in a couple of weeks. Do you know what I mean? Or it could even change tomorrow. Obviously, touch wood, it doesn't, but you just have to take it game by game. So I know Liverpool, they haven't clicked yet. The thing is obviously I speak to a lot of Liverpool fans and they're like, they're worried that Arsenal will kind of pull away and they're still trying to figure it out. Slot's trying to figure out the best team, the strongest team. And the same with Man City, obviously, with Pep. You know, there's certain players that still haven't featured. Shirky looks very, very good. Haaland's scoring goals, but if Haaland doesn't score, who else is contributing to that? Because at the moment, Haaland is kind of carrying them in that department. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll come back to that. Yeah. I want to talk about Leeds' win on Friday. Let's go chronological. We're all over the place timing-wise today. But what did you make of the game? 2-0 up in 15 minutes? Cruising?
Yeah, 2-0. Wow, cruising is probably a polite way of saying it. It's the first game that we actually look like we have some sort of creative spark because we didn't sign a 10. Brendan Aronson's playing in the wing. We've had Jack Harrison sliding in left wing. And without Okafor and DCL connecting, we actually have nothing going forward at all. But we actually look like we could create. But then I'm also sat there thinking, this is West Ham. Yeah. Like, if there's any team we should be exploiting the holes in, it's West Ham. And for me, they made everything so easy in that first half there. I mean, they didn't do any of the basics right defensively. And they were still in the game, man. A Jared Bowen overhead kick, nice double save from Perry keeps us in the game. And then we get a nice fortuitous corner against, again, the side who have conceded triple the amount of corners of the second most conceded sides, which is 9 corners in 9 games. And then we control the rest of the first half, which, might I add, I don't know if anyone watched it, went on for 58 minutes.
Why?
13 minutes of stoppage time. Well, there was 2 goals, 2 injuries, and then 1 VAR disallowed goal from Paqueta. So he probably had that on the bet builder. Maybe he had an offside. I don't know what was going on there. Some funny business.
Allegedly.
And everyone sat there thinking, wow, Leeds are amazing. They're back. I'm hearing everyone telling me, wow, look how great. Phenomenal half. I said, take it with a grain of salt. Second half, we got absolutely battered off the park against West Ham. We could not get any outball. DCL was huffing and puffing, running left, right and centre. Couldn't trap win, to be honest with you, in that second half there. And you was just waiting for a goal. We had about 5 fouls on Paqueta in about 3 minutes. one counter-attack, and that was about it. We were really clinging on for dear lives. And against West Ham, you should not be in that position. If there's any side you should be beating, it's West Ham. So am I sat here confident for the rest of the season off the back of that? No. I think we have a lot of papering over the cracks. We don't create enough clear-cut chances, and the fact that one Jared Bowen cross in the 90th minute leaves you clinging on for dear life until the 95th, still not doing anything, giving the ball away from your own goal, from your own kickoff straight to West Ham again to pile more pressure on. It wasn't the most convincing game. I think we have a lot
but
of
a win's a win, mate.
players in there. A win is a win, and it was much
and
needed.
You take it all day. The West Ham fans at the end of the game were singing "You're not fit to wear the shirt" about their own players. I watched Nicky Hawkins on West Ham fan TV last night.
Him,
He is not happy. I mean, what? I mean,
Remember when Nick used to sit there and say that he wanted David Moyes out?
yeah.
I wonder if Nick would have the same answer now, because he was absolutely adamant they're going nowhere with Moyes, done what he's done, and he was like, I don't want it, do not want it. And now we always said, be careful what you wish for. You know, I think David Moyes did such a fantastic job at West Ham, giving him also like the stability that they hadn't had. They're another club that's always been an up and down kind of yo-yo type of thing. Not in terms of relegation as much, but just in terms of like where they are in the league. And I just think David Moyes did so much that maybe West Ham fan just got, again, a little bit too cocky, a little bit too above maybe their station, like with actually what West Ham are as a club. Like, I'm not saying that it should be this bad, but the inconsistency that they've had over the last few years, that team still shouldn't be where it is in the league. Those players are there are still good enough players to not be in this position. But when you chop and change managers and you go, I don't really know what West Ham kind of stand for anymore.
Do you think the players are good enough to be better than where they are? I actually don't. I'm actually happy that the West Ham fans chanted that, because they always blame the manager. That's the motive, is to always blame the manager.
Upstairs though as well, don't
and
they?
they've got but that's obviously part of the problem. Like the players aren't that great. The
Their
players
attackers
aren't
are
amazing. Are they?
Callum Wilson, I don't mind as a number 9. He's decent. Somerville on the wing, I think, is a fantastic player. You could say I think he is a phenomenal player. He's causing me nightmares. Jared Bowen is again one of the best wingers for that.
He's being held hostage.
I would honestly say if you look at that squad,
I think he's very decent.
but they're the only two points of quality is Bowen and Paqueta. They're the only points of quality. Yeah, Somerville's all right, but you look at that squad.
Not even just biased.
I think it is. I think it is.
Oh, he is a quality player, mate. You wanted him.
The winner and
he did do that. I forgot about that one, mate. Yeah,
he's a good
Van
player.
Dijk's unbeaten record there.
He's a good player, but he's no better than a good player. I think if you objectively look at the squads of every single team in the Premier League, West Ham are about 15th, 16th, and they're 18th in the league.
I think
they're not playing that below par.
No, but I don't think that they are like they are like probably a 13th to 16th place team. I think that
and that's where they will end up.
Yeah, that is where they will end up. But I think this is where West Ham fans need to really just have a little word with themselves, because yes, okay, you won a European trophy, which is amazing for West Ham and for their fans, but again, that was a lot of David Moyes.
Yeah, and the question is obviously when they sold Declan Rice to us, it was okay, what are you going to do with that money? They obviously wrongfully invested it in some of the wrong personnel. You mentioned about Kilman as well, but yeah, no, I think West Ham are strong. I feel sorry for Nuno. I do feel sorry for him, and I'm kind of glad, following on what Kim said about that, the fans realise it's not to do with the manager this time, because obviously he's just come in.
He's only just got there.
But it's the players now, you know. And Bowen's got a big job. I do feel for Bowen as well, because he's too good to be at West Ham, in my opinion.
Marrying Danny Dyer's daughter. The worst mistake he made, because he can't leave.
Tired.
He can't leave now.
He's tired.
Can't go anywhere.
Forever.
Absolutely, yeah. Big up to Elijah, who says, "Hey AGT, Abby, and the rest of the panel. Today's my birthday. Big up, happy birthday,
man. Enjoy.
But I'm a bit upset.
Oh.
Because Chelsea lost on my birthday, but I won't let them ruin it.
No.
Do not let them.
Don't worry.
Right, 11 men controlling your emotions on a big weekend of celebrations.
Don't let any man
Well, technically 14.
ever.
Come on, move on.
Yeah.
But big up to you, Elijah, on your birthday.
Hope you had a lovely day.
Yeah, have a great one.
Let us know how old you are as
Enjoy
well.
the whole weekend as well, man.
Big him up. Right, Newcastle 2, Fulham 1. Bruno Guimaraes hits a 90th minute winner. I watched this game. The first 10-15 minutes was frantic. I'm not sure if anyone caught it, but Fulham had a chance. Raul Jimenez, Voltemada hits the post after 4 minutes. He's got to be scoring that from that close. But Jacob Murphy, I mean, when you've got Elanga, you've got Barnes, you've got Gordon. Obviously, Wiss has been out injured, but I almost I want to big him up. I almost look at him as like Newcastle's Dirk Kuyt.
Mate,
you know what I
he's
mean?
unbelievable. I say it every week. And in the same way that I was talking about Curtis Jones being Slot's guy, Jacob Murphy just proves how unbelievably good Eddie Howe is as a manager. Because Jacob Murphy, respectfully, no one thought would be a Champions League player. And he's regularly playing, he's regularly performing, scoring and assisting. I think he's unbelievable. And he's one of those players, I think, where, you know, usually when a team gets bought out, and they bring in a lot of money,
You'd think
and they bring
he's
in
the
a lot
first
of
to go.
players. He's the first to go, but he's obviously got an unbelievable attitude where he's like, nah, do you know what? I trust myself, and I can make myself a mainstay in this side.
Fans love him.
I'm so glad you mentioned him because he doesn't get anywhere near the love he deserves.
He doesn't get any credit at all.
It doesn't.
And it was a great finish. And if you're Anthony Elanga, you're looking at that going, I've got some work to do to get back into this team. He hasn't really done anything yet. Equaliser from Fulham came, and then obviously Bruno Guimaraes hits that 90th minute winner. Newcastle have fallen foul of conceding 90th minute winner defeats to Liverpool and Arsenal recently, but they had to win this game, Newcastle, because it's all very rosy in the Champions League for them. They're flying in that, but the league form has been very indifferent, and the Geordies will be absolutely buzzing that they've actually managed to get that over the line, because another draw wouldn't have been any good to them.
No, it wasn't, and they were really screwed with their start to the system, with the season, with the whole Isak situation that went on. And I think they've had a lot of under-firing players. You talk about how good Jacob Murphy's been. I think Anthony Gordon has been a massive low point for them this year. He looks a real shadow of the player that he was last year. He's almost hesitant to take players on. He's very reluctant. He just doesn't seem to be playing with the same free-flowing confidence.
Gordon now?
Yeah, I think Gordon is nowhere near
2 goals at the
Anthony Gordon.
Champions
I'm
League.
talking overall the whole in the league campaign this year.
Fair.
He has not been performing to the standard he was last year, and I think there has been a lot missing for him. You're talking about his league form here, and of course a lot of that was to do with Isak, and I think Voltemada coming in. You're starting to see the wide players, give it your Murphy, your Gordon, whoever's playing there, actually perform a lot better, because Voltemada's a good facilitator of play for everyone else. He'll drop deep, Harry Kane-esque, ping beautiful through balls in, and I think he is the man that is going to get them out of trouble. But as you said, you need to start picking up wins quickly, and I do have faith in them, because Eddie Howe has proved that he can always turn things around. He's great at getting a lot out of some of these players, but some players, your Gordons or whatever, are going to have to start firing more.
I think he will, though. I think he will. I mean, obviously, off the back of him in England, the England camp, his attitude, I really love his attitude, his work ethic. I don't really want to say his performances have been bad this season, but then when I think about where he's been asked to play up top since we had to wait until Voltemada came in, I can't really say that he's been that poor, but obviously the expectations are high. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he's a quality player.
He's quoted as 100 million a couple.
Yeah.
That might be a slight stretch, but
very much.
he's a good player. Also, someone like Harvey Barnes as well. I think is such. I think that is a really.
Harvey Barnes that scored 2 in the Champions League.
Yeah.
Gordon's got 0 goals, 0 assists in 6 games.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes has been a very good player. You know, and I feel like obviously he's struggled with injuries over the last couple of seasons anyway, but that is a player I feel like will hopefully have a very good season. And you know, when someone like Anthony Gordon isn't maybe performing to his best,
that's where they'll
have the reliance on players like Harvey Barnes or a Jacob Murphy.
The bigger squad.
Yeah.
They've had it was a hangover. Just what James said. They've definitely had a hangover with this whole Isaac situation. I think both teams have.
Yeah.
And obviously, if Newcastle got Ekitike, my goodness me, that would have been the signing for them to kind of transcend them as well. So you know, they're just dealing with these kind of not mediocre players, but
do you know who I like?
Voltemada's good though.
Yeah,
he is really good. He's
really
very,
good backup.
very good.
No one rated him when he came, but he's proven that he's a top player.
Yeah, no, he is.
There's a reason Bayern Munich wanted him as protege to Harry Kane. They wanted to put him as the next number 9. And
you can
I guess that's why a lot of clubs didn't really go in for him, because they just assume, he's going to go to Bayern, whatever, and then last second Newcastle were able to snap him up. And
I like the look of this Malik Chow as well.
Malik Chow's good like defender, very solid. I've watched him a couple of times. Reads the game very well, quite pacey, but strong as well, and he seems like a leader at the back for them.
Next up for Newcastle is Tottenham in the EFL Cup on Wednesday night. You going?
No,
I'm not.
You
going to text Matty Redden and get in the box?
No, I'm not going the whole way up there, no. I'll be missing work
I don't blame you, mate. Fulham also facing Wycombe Wanderers in the EFL Cup on Tuesday. So a big week in the Cup to come for all the teams still in the competition. Let's talk about Manchester United, right? They've just beaten Brighton 4-2, fairly convincingly in the end, even though there was a little bit of a sweaty period for the last 10-15. But it's a goal finally for Matheus Cunha. Really good finish as well. And Burmo gets 2 to add on to the 2 he got last week. They've now won 3 in a row. They're currently sitting in 4th. But we are playing in 17 minutes, so hopefully we change that around. But yeah, what did you make of the goal scorers for United today? That's kind of what they've been waiting for, isn't
That's the reason why they brought in these players. I mean, Cunha, I've always rated him. Beautiful. I kind of wanted him to come to Arsenal beforehand. In Burmo as well, in terms of his finish, that last finish that he had was quality.
It was.
The thing is with Man United is, as a team, tactically, you can see there's a lot of holes, there's a lot of vulnerability in their game. However, they do have class players or top players that can hurt you in transition, and I guess that's what they proved today against Brighton. And I was saying to Abby about Brighton. Brighton are such like a on-off team. 1 minute they're well beaters, and then the next minute they kind of just like capitulate. And I think you saw it today at Old Trafford. So it's good for Ruben Amorim. 3 games on the bounce now. So that's good. They're sitting 4th. So yeah, I don't like that. They need to go back to how they was before. To be honest.
Could this be a renaissance for them after that Liverpool game?
Yeah, that definitely helped them.
I think listen, obviously I don't want them to have this renaissance, but I'm taking my Liverpool hat off. If they maybe up until Christmas can put a nice string of wins together, then you'd have to say that going into the new year they would be set up to finish in a Champions League place, which is obviously where they definitely weren't last year. But yeah, it was a spirited comeback. Obviously Danny Welbeck gets a free kick against his old club.
Great free kick though.
And then James Milner gets the assist. But yeah,
do we actually really now think they have turned the corner? I know it's it's 3 games in a row, right? And
I need to see 10 games, 8 wins, 1 draw.
We were saying that guy is getting increasingly closer to cutting his hair, right? Do we actually think that Manchester United are now a serious football team?
Well, they have committed a long time to him. Maybe that's giving him a bit of confidence. They're telling him, you've got 3 years now. We're going to commit to you. Yeah. Could be a little bit of that, but as you say, man, I think it is just personally. I think it's a 3-game stretch. Even the Liverpool game, I thought there were times in that game where they were extremely lucky to escape away with the win in that one.
Sometimes you've got to ride your luck, and I think where Manchester United have been so low on confidence for such a long time, when you haven't won back-to-back games for God knows how many months it was. Yeah. I think it was was it January or however long it was. Like, your confidence is going to be so on the floor. Like, the fact that now they look, I know obviously Brighton could have potentially got back into that today, but the fact that they have seen that game out, the fact that they did go to Anfield and get that win for the first time in 10 plus years, like, it is building a little bit of confidence, and maybe that is what Manchester United need a little bit of more confidence and belief in Amorim and the system to kind of buy back into it.
I think I'm looking at their games. Obviously, the next upcoming games are more of a test, in my opinion. They got Forest away, Spurs away, Everton at home, and then Crystal Palace away.
Tough games.
Very tough games. You know what I mean? That's where I will see.
To Dash's first Premier
League. Sean Dyche, you watched them this week.
Porto.
That is not going to be an expansive, free-flowing game, is it, mate?
It won't be when they come to Spurs either.
But I mean, listen, man. The thing with United that I have to say that it's been like that for such a long time. They spend so much money, and they actually do have a lot of quality players that just when they go there, everything, the system, the club seems to bog them down, but they always seem to have these 1 or 2 game patches where just the players themselves with individual quality in key moments get them through the game, and that's what I think it is. I'm not seeing enough systemically from the way they're playing to say this is going to be sustainable for an extended period of time.
I don't know about you, but as a City fan who absolutely hates United and never ever wants them to win any game, the last 5 years have been so beautiful, because every time it was going down, they'd paper over the cracks. Like a win against Liverpool, they'd beat City at Wembley. Ten Hag then gets another 6 months. Then it goes even worse, and that's exactly what's happening now. It's just a papering over of the cracks. It's unsustainable for the whole season, because you can't play that poorly for the last year and a half with basically the same squad and expect anything to change that much. I think it's literally just a good 3-game bounce.
I totally agree with you. I think when you look at their fixtures, they've got to prove this isn't just 3 wins in a row. It's not an anomaly, they'd hope, right? So they have to carry it on. The blue side of Manchester, Aston Villa tomorrow. This is your team, Kim.
Yes.
again, City after a poor start have found some wins, put a bit of form together. Recently did go and beat Brentford away as well. Villa, though, they're in form as well. They've picked it up a little bit. I mean, this is the kind of game in the past that you would have thought City would always win. And obviously they have a decent record at Villa. But do you think there's anything to maybe upset you tomorrow, or is it just two form teams going at it?
I think it's a tough game, and I think if you can come away from Villa Park, especially with the form that they're on at the moment, I know they lost midweek against Go Ahead Eagles, which is a massive surprise, but they weren't playing their first team.
That name, Go Ahead Eagles.
I know, it's ridiculous.
Sorry, Phil.
So it's the Sunday League team. Respect
sounds like a Pro Evo version of Palace.
Yeah.
South London Eagles.
Yeah. No, but you think like you come away with a point there, it's not too bad a result. I do think the thing that I'm enjoying about City, and we were speaking about this off air, is like, I'm blessed, right? I've probably had the luckiest life as a football fan of anyone in the world. Like, I was 14 when we started getting good. Before that, I thought Stephen Ireland was going to be our best ever player. I couldn't imagine anyone being
Shout out to
better.
Stephen Ireland.
What a guy, underrated Premier League gem, mate.
Unbelievable baller. And now we've had genuinely some of the best players of all time. We've won everything. And I was saying, like, I'm actually genuinely enjoying watching us play this year in this kind of like, I can't swear, can I? But in like a S-Housery way.
Yeah.
Like against Brentford, it's the 50th minute and Donnarumma's getting booked for time wasting. Like, this is what I like to see. And that gives me a bit more confidence going to places like Villa, where Haaland's on ridiculous form.
Yeah.
He scores an early goal. I back us now to be able to just hold the fort, to S-House our way through the game and just get a result. Whereas last season, we didn't have the players to play the way that Pep was used to playing, but was still determined to play that way, and it was never going to work, and we were getting ran through. And Pep's now basically realised, okay, the players who we brought in, like your Reinders, your Cherkis, even your Marmouches from January, they're going to need a little bit of time. So let's just get a bit more stable. Let's buy the best shot stopper in the world, and let's basically manufacture our whole gameplay to just put the ball in the air, get Haaland training headers, and it's working at the moment. And I feel that gives me more confidence going into a Villa game than if we were playing the same style of football that we have been over the last few years.
It's just the most un-Pep thing ever.
It's
this
glorious,
City team.
isn't it?
And it's just like, we really have this season, we have really gone back to the Barclays era. Like, we're seeing the long throws, we're seeing 4-4-2s, we're seeing all of it. And I really like it. Like, it's just, it's nostalgic, isn't it?
And I will
seeing
say,
City do it is just funny.
I will say, if Guardiola can make us win the league playing dashball, he is the greatest manager of all time, and no one can ever chat to him ever again.
He already is, in my opinion. But no, it'd be interesting to see how they set up. I still believe that they'll win tomorrow. I still think that they'll win. It's Haaland's just in such good form. I don't think Aston Villa will be able to hold him hold him at bay.
The scariest thing is no one is really talking about City. You'll talk about Haaland, but no one is talking about City. Like, no
it's
one
a good
is
place to be in.
It's a
best
great place to be in. We were talking about it before we started the show. Like, City, like this.
Oh yeah,
the spotlight is also not on them. We've seen them be 10 points behind, and end up going and winning the league.
This is the thing. Yeah,
this is the perfect spot for you.
We've had a better start this year than we have on like 3 out of the last 6 times when we've won the league.
Yeah.
So it comes to January, people start clicking. Hopefully Rodri stays fit. Hopefully Haaland stays fit. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Score prediction, please, Kim. 3rd v 11th.
I think we'll concede, but I think we'll win 2-1.
2-1 City.
Yeah, I think so.
Abby?
2
o'clock kickoff tomorrow, this one.
I can never remember what I say on Thursday show. I'm going to go 3-1 City.
3-1 City. I'll go 3-2 City.
You think it's going to be a good game?
Yeah.
Nice, hope so.
I'm going to be plotted up on the sofa watching a big day of football
They're playing
tomorrow.
home or away?
It's at Villa Park.
Away, yeah.
Oh,
Villa coming to Anfield, as you've just seen, next Saturday as well.
That changes everything, yeah. I was going to go 3-0 City, but if they're playing at Villa Park, 2 o'clock kickoff, 2-1 City.
2-1 City.
Yeah, 2-1.
An even more convincing win for City at Villa Park, so I'm going to go 2-0.
2-0, controlled. Right, other games on tomorrow. Bournemouth Forest. Iriola versus Deitch. Deitch's first return back into the Prem with Nottingham Forest. He was there, of course, as a youngster. Never actually played for the first team, I don't think, but was under the stewardship of the late, great Brian Clough. That's a bit of context to the game. Score predictions, please.
Ooh.
Cherries versus Forest.
I still
get involved in the chat as well.
Bournemouth. I feel like they might be a bit more resolute. I might go for a draw on this one, actually.
Draw?
Yeah, just because I feel like he's going to do to Forest what they like to do, which is kind of just defending a lot of the time, if we go back to kind of how Nuno Ball was there. So I'm going to go with a I'm going to go with a 1-1.
Yeah, I'll go that. I like that.
No, I would just had 1-0.
Kim,
Yeah,
1-0 as well.
Bournemouth are winning. Bournemouth haven't lost to Forest for like nearly 10 years or something like that. Ridiculous.
Seems this season things are breaking.
And Semenyo, they're good form, so I'm going to go with the Cherries. I think they'll be 2-0 again.
2-0.
Yeah, 2-0.
Arsenal, Crystal Palace.
Oh,
sorry, James. Go for it, bro. Sorry, sorry, JT.
Thanks, bro. I know I'm short, but I'm not that short. I want to say Forest will win because I actually think Bournemouth are really punching above their weight, and I'm not. They're decent, but I can't see Forest turning it.
No one hates Bournemouth.
So, mate, I saw him come to Ellen Road and stink up the gaff against one of the least creative sides in the league. So I've seen it, but I don't. I can't see Forest. I can't see Forest turning it around that quickly. So I'll go for a Desmond.
A Desmond 2-2. Arsenal Palace again. Depending on how Liverpool play tonight, Arsenal will be watching it. We've actually just had a picture sent through by Laurie, he's met Jesus tonight. Have a look at this. Have we got it? No, there it is.
Where was
he was in Zara in Brent Cross. Right, and he's met Gabriel Jesus. Uncle Laurie
shopping in Zara, yeah?
In Zara, yeah. Getting a little selfie with Jesus. Who would have thought
big man.
Unbelievable. We've obviously spoken about this a lot on the Thursday show, but let's get a quick score prediction from you all, please. We'll start with James on this one.
Sorry, for which game? Arsenal Palace.
Yeah. Mateta just fresh off a hat-trick.
Arsenal are going to keep their momentum going. I think they will concede. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, we're not conceding. I believe we'll win. Yeah, obviously Gabriel injury worries or whatever.
Is he actually out?
Could be. They said he could be.
Mascara will come.
But you got Mascara. Yeah, we got the depth. So for me, at home, we should be beating Crystal Palace. It'll be hard. It's going to be one of those ones where it's 0-0 first half, and then we'll kind of pull away. So I think I'm going to go 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0.
I'll go. I think Palace might score. They got a 2-2 draw last season there, wasn't it? I'll go 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay.
I'm not even doing the bad mind thing no more.
Oh no, you're not. No, you're giving up on it.
I think I said 2-0 the other day.
2-0, stick with that.
Yeah, I think 2-0. Palace lost on Thursday as well. Playing their full strength team, so they'll probably be a bit knackered.
Yeah, exactly. Wolves, Burnley. Quickly, let's rattle through these because we're 5 minutes away from the Liverpool game kicking off.
Oh yeah.
Wolves Burnley? Are we going to start here?
It's a gross game.
Oh, I mean,
no wonder it's on F1.
It's on Sky Sports F1, as you say. And I mean,
it's draw written all over.
I don't think it's going to be the most rapid of games either. I think that's going to be like watching paint dry, to be honest with you. That's got 1-1 written all over it, that game.
Yeah.
All over it.
1-0. I might go 0-0.
I'm going 0-0, yeah.
I might go even worse than that.
1-1.
I'm going to go 4-3 to Wolves.
4-3?
Don't know why. It's obviously going to be the worst game in history.
You think Burnley are going to score 3?
Oh, mate, something mad's going to happen.
Feel bad for the F1
It can't be as boring.
I'd love it if it actually happened.
It can't be.
Imagine sitting down to watch a bit of F1 tomorrow.
That nonsense.
Sorry.
Everton, Tottenham. Come on, Abby. Big game at the Dick and Dom. Tomorrow.
Look, tough place to go. Tough place to go. I say this every week. Everywhere really is a tough place to go for Spurs. Look, we're really not creating. We're not doing an awful lot at the minute. Everton a bit resurgent, really. Like they've carried it on from last season. Some good players in there. I think I went 2-2 the other day, and I'm going to stick with that.
I think I said 2-2 as well. I'll go with that.
There's no chance that we don't concede.
No, you definitely will.
1-1, I think. Richarlison always scores against Everton, I swear.
Yeah, always.
1-0.
Yeah, he'll end up there next season, won't he?
Just give me some creativity.
No,
I beg you.
You're definitely going to go back.
I love him, by the way.
Richarlison.
Favourite players.
What? Richarlison?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're a Man City fan.
Yeah,
and
but
you just said Richarlison's one of your favourite players ever.
But one of them S-house words.
Yes.
Yeah, non-City players.
That's
what you want to see.
I don't mind that.
Okay.
Doing the little pigeon. Yes,
see
please.
him.
And he does work.
And he's got a world-class moment in him.
He does work hard.
He's got a bikey in the back locker.
Yeah, he has.
He does. He has it in the back locker. Bikey in the locker.
Yeah, scores?
Everton to win, I think. 2-1. 2-1. Ndai, quality player. He's going to open. I'm sorry.
I didn't even do that for
JT?
That's going to be a 1-0 Spurs.
1-0 Spurs. Okay.
Really banking on Spurs.
Let us know what you think in the chat. This Revanth says this hate along downplaying United. Hold that. Nee says the hate is beautiful, GGMU. And Shadow says United have played Chelsea, Arsenal, City and Liverpool, and our bogey team in Brighton, and we have 5 wins from 9. Ooh. Also above all of your clubs, bar City. Credit where it's due.
You're crawling out. You're crawling out from your holes now.
Credit.
You're crawling out from your holes now.
We gave them credit, didn't we? Right, that's the show, guys. It's normally 7:30 till about 8:45, but obviously the game kicks off in just 2 minutes. We've seen the players walking out there, big smiles on the face of Mohamed Salah. We saw a close-up of Jordan Henderson, the former Liverpool captain, playing against Liverpool for the first time since 2011. But I have to say, I've really enjoyed the show.
Nice show.
Thank you very much for coming. Round of applause for Kim again. Great debut.
It was good. Bring him back. Bring him back.
No, definitely. We'll definitely have him back.
Called upon many a
Oh,
time.
mate, you keep.
He's like the Jermaine
Looking
Genius.
classy as well, mate. I like the outfit.
Do you just say that like Jermaine Genius? Bro, every single time.
You get it? Well, it's true, bro.
But you know, I worked at TalkSport. You know, Alan Brazil refused to call me by my name. He only called me Jermaine Genius for 3 years.
Wow.
Which I think actually from him is
just because you're collecting the
points, mate. That's over the line. That's the VAR yellow card at least.
They've been good, man. They've been really good. Kwame and JT, as always, for coming onto the show. We love it. Be back next week as well, won't we? And again, we've got a fresh trip next week as well. Yeah,
he's
fresh.
Angry. Look at him.
Keith Andrews looking very, very concentrated.
He really just doesn't look like a Keith
on the side of the bench.
No.
There's not many
like
Keiths
He
about,
just
mate.
don't look like a Keith.
Do you know what? I don't think there's been
Eastern
any
European.
Keiths born in the last 20 years.
Probably not, but he must have been one of the last
Slaven
ones.
Bilic.
He don't
Nigel.
look like it.
Do you not think he looks like a doctor? He doesn't
Yeah,
look like
I
a
think
man.
if
like
he
a
was
private
surgeon or
private
something.
surgeon.
Yeah.
Not
He's
NHS.
No, God no.
He's a booper.
He's like a dentist.
He's a booper, isn't he? Yeah.
He's like a dentist.
Yeah. Who, him?
It's not. Yeah.
Right,
wow.
guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Make sure you smash that like button on the way out.
Yes.
And remember, El Rival, the Classico show between Raul and Nico is out. Is it? It's out? It's out. So. Yeah, it's out. Brilliant. And don't forget, Best of Enemies was yesterday. Don't forget as well, FCM is tomorrow. We've also got the boxing straight after this, guys. So make sure you join
Very
JT and the rest of the guys for that as well, for the big fight tonight. And then, of course, we're all back around the table on Monday, which I'm looking forward to as well. Guys,
Hopefully you've won.
Hopefully we've won. I've got to go and watch this game, and it has now kicked off. So we'll see you on Monday. Take care, guys. Welcome. Take care.
I'm Nico, but you can call me El Jefe. Kings of Spain.
You know then why that?
Champions of La Liga
What are you
last year.
talking about, Nico? It's Olympiacos.
The second-
Olympiacos. Nico,
I have never seen
if
Raúl
you
so
want
scared in my life.
everything about La Liga and Champions League.
Baila como una maniática, el perreo ya le gusta.
This is my year. Lamine Yamal, Kylian Mbappé.
Cuando baila tú estás anormal y ese
Vamos.
lo coge.